Being a big family is the food stamps that we get.
Here are 4 reasons on why I will never get a job.
I don't know why everybody is hating on me for driving a 2025 Tahoe and getting food stamps.
We're going to be watching all these people who have no shame in their game getting food stamps. No humility, no nothing. And it might even make you mad. It might just make you mad. But let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Just save your rage for the end of the video.
I don't know why everybody is hating on me for driving a 2025 Tahoe and getting food stamps. I've been getting food stamps, cash assistance, disability, Section 8 for over 15 years. Okay? I qualify, and I have been qualified for all of those things. Okay? This is what I am owed. This is what we are all owed. You can go do the same thing. Just because you're upset that I can sit at home and make more money than you do and still drive a nice vehicle doesn't mean you need to go rat me out. And how did you even know that I drive? I never posted my vehicle on any social media. Trying to force me to sell my Tahoe. No, I'm not selling my Tahoe, and you're not taking away my welfare. That is, I deserve every last penny, and you're not taking that away from me. Mind your own business.
So,
as you heard, she said she began government assistance for 15 years. So that means she couldn't get out of her situation for 15 years. And if she getting 3.3K, she probably have like 6 or 7 kids around the house and probably multiple baby daddies. And she probably just having the kids just so she can get more government assistance. People like this, they don't have no humility. They don't take pride in trying to get out this situation. They don't have no humility of taking away from people who actually need it. And then they feel like they are entitled to the government assistance. They feel like they are literally entitled to government assistance. You have a 2025 Tahoe. I had drive a 2005 Ford Explorer until my engine went down. But, you know, I would love to have a 2025 Tahoe. But, you know, if I had a 2025 Tahoe, I wouldn't be getting government assistance with it. You know why? Because there's homeless people who literally walk the streets who would love to get 3.3K in food stamps. Rather they was selling it, or they were just getting it so they can have something to eat or leverage for something. I don't know. They would love to get that. But, you know, you just take it away from people who actually deserve it. And then you have the nerve to say, you have the nerve to even get a 2025 Tahoe that is between $30,000 to $50,000. Depends on what trim you got. Come on. But it's people like this that have no shame in taking away from people who are homeless, people who are poor, people who actually need it. They feel like they are entitled to it. I mean, they feel like they are entitled to the benefits the government gives out. No shame, no nothing. But let's just keep going, man.
I decided to open up my DHS mail that I had sitting in my thing for a few days now. Yeah, they took my food stamps. Yep, they took my food stamps from the thing that happened last week with the pop cans and dumping them out in the Walmart parking lot to get cash, like I've always done. And the cop said he could have arrested me, but he wasn't going to, but he had to report it to the state. I didn't think he would actually report it. So not only are they taking my food stamps away and my cash benefits, they are making me repay everything from the last year. Do you know how much that is? The number is right here. $23,678 they want me to pay back. I can't afford groceries with the food stamps that they were giving me. How do they expect me to pay back that? Does anybody know if there's like an appeal? Can I appeal this? I'm screwed.
If they gonna give you the benefits, you had to do something wrong. You tried to scam the so-called system, try to scam the government. So now you have to pay it back. You did something wrong. And if you're doing something wrong and get 3.3K in benefits, you deserve to pay all that money back. If you can afford a 2025 Tahoe and then you say, oh, I got almost $20,000 or $24,000 last year, what in the past year or whatever, I got all those benefits. So you got close to $2,000 in benefits. Almost $2,000 in benefits. And you couldn't afford food? You couldn't afford groceries? Why are you getting a 2025 Tahoe? Why are you not saving your money? You must have some excess money left over in order for you to get a 2025 Tahoe, unless the car isn't in your name. It's in your husband's name or somewhere. It's in somebody else's name. Or they co-sign for you or something. I don't know. There's no way you can afford a 2025 Tahoe and you saying you can't afford groceries. But you don't deserve, you shouldn't have a 2025 Tahoe and you're getting food stamps. Unless you had a 2025 Tahoe, fell on hard times, and then you got food stamps, then that makes sense. But not on food stamps, then get a 2025 Tahoe. I mean, unless you're at the end of the 6 months or something like that, and then you just decide to get it because they're going to cut it off because you make too much. By the end of this, I guess I heard you got to reapply every 6 months. But by the end of the 6 months, you're like, okay, I don't need it anymore. But you've been getting it for 15 years. You would try to get it you would have had another 16 years. No shame in cutting it off because you can afford a 2025 Tahoe now. But I don't know. It's just crazy. Let's keep going, though.
Okay, yes, I am going in 2025 with my 8 kids and still getting my food stamps. I don't care how y'all feel or what y'all think. I'm not letting my plug go. My plug is with me at all times, and he's getting everybody right. And we don't care about no 2025 because, baby, we are loaded with food stamps. With my 8 kids, yes. So either you're going to get you some stamps or just be quiet. One or the other. Do you need me to call my plug? Because my plug can hook you up right now. We don't care about no president. We don't care about none of that. Because they scam us. Who cares? Beat the system. Okay? Because I love my 4K, baby. I love it over here. I love my 4K and stamps. So what? You heard it right here. Your girl, Miss EBT Queen of 2024, is still going to be EBT Queen of 2025. Do you hear me?
Here are 4 reasons on
People like her. I grew up with people like her. Legit grew up with people around me because I grew up poor. My mom has a disability. My mom, it's hard for her to work. So stuff like this affects me. And plus, I deliver food to old folks. I deliver to people who are blind. I deliver food to people who are in a wheelchair. I deliver to paralyzed people. And these people, every time that I bring them food, you know what they always say? Thank you, because I couldn't do it myself. But you see people who are able-bodied people here, and then they just like, I'm just going to keep getting my 4.4K and food stamps and all that type of stuff. And, I don't care. I'm going to get it. And then they stay in the same. It's not the fact that you get it. My problem isn't that you get it. My problem is that you stay on it for 15 years. 15 years. Now, I love that what Trump is doing right now. You got to work 30 hours in a week. Perfect. Keep these lazy people out of just sitting on a couch all day, want to make TikToks and get on social media about bragging about it and all that type of stuff. I'm happy that Trump is doing that. Now, I think I like the idea that people are like, okay, if I get a job, they're going to cut it back. But Trump is like, well, a lot of people might be in the comments like, oh, it's more to it and all that type of stuff. It might be more to it. I haven't really looked into it, to be honest. So I'm kind of speaking ignorantly to it right now. But If people can keep their benefits and work 30 hours a week, perfect, because that incentivizes people to get off their butt. Now, for the people who have disabilities, that's a whole different topic. For the people who can work, though, you should be working 30 hours a week to keep your benefits. Now, that'll have people have extra money over, and then when they get a lot of money saved, they gonna feel like, oh, I don't really need it anymore. Some of them might, but then again, I don't. People, I mean, who gonna really stop taking extra money? I don't have to pay for groceries. I can work too. Perfect. But some people ain't gonna want to do that. But yeah, I don't know.
Why I will never get a job. Number one, if I get a job, they will cut off my food stamps. And I'm not gonna risk that. How dumb would I be to get a job and then they're either gonna cut my stamps in half or take them away completely? Not gonna happen. Then that means that I have to take out money from my pocket to pay for food. No thanks. Number two, I am not a morning person. There is no way that you'll see me awake before 11 o'clock. It's just not gonna happen. And that morning traffic is ridiculous. So no, I'd rather be in bed. Third reason why I don't work or I'm not gonna ever work is because then I would have to pay bills. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna work just to pay rent, pay utilities. Not gonna happen. My husband could do all that. No thanks. I'd rather spend my money going out, eating, buying stuff, not paying bills. So what's the point of working if I have to waste it on bills? Just not gonna happen. And the fourth reason is because I am allergic to responsibilities. Every time I try, it's just no. I break out in hives. I'm literally allergic to it. I just can't do it. So at the end of the day, why waste energy working when the government sends me checks to live my best life?
This is what happens when you raise a child and you don't give them any responsibilities growing up. They don't have no sense of, I'm an adult right now. They don't have no sense of, I'm going to be an adult one day. This is when you raise an entitled child, they grow up to be like this. And then you have some man that comes along and say, baby, you don't have to work at all. I'm going to take care of everything. And then I'm pretty sure in her household, I can, if I spent a week at their household, I'm telling you, I know she disrespecting him. Somebody who is as entitled as this, they are disrespectful. I know that for a fact. I would bet everything in my bank account that she's disrespectful to her husband. But people like this, when they grow up like this, I'm telling you, like, it's just, as a man, you got to stay away from people like this, because they will sink the whole ship. They would sink the whole ship if they have to pay a bill. They're gonna be like, okay, I don't want to be with you anymore. They're gonna be like, if you fall on hard times, and then they got the money, they're gonna be like, you know what, I'm not gonna pay the rent. Okay, we're just gonna be living on the street. I'm not paying the rent. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my mom's house. I'm not paying this rent. She will let the whole ship sink just because she don't want to pay no bills. I'm telling you. But this is the thing with people like them. You gotta avoid those type of people. You really have to avoid those type of people. Even if you're a woman, you gotta avoid those type of men, because women be out here taking care of these men who be bums, don't have no motivation to get out their house. Sometimes they just want to smoke all day. They want to play games all day. Why aren't you working? Why you want to drive her car around all the time? Why you don't have no motivation as a man? Okay, you get depressed, it's okay, but you got to do something. But then people enable these type of people because they feel incomplete in themselves, and they just want to keep people around. You know what? I love that you make me feel loved, so I'm just going to keep enabling this behavior. No, I like to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to help deliver food to people, or I'm going to, if I decide to do something else like these YouTube videos, I'm going to distribute them out on YouTube or something. But you got to do something. And
another thing, y'all know that Trump is trying to make it to where only working citizens is about to be eligible for Section 8 and food stamps.
Good.
Let that sink in.
I get food stamps. I get WIC. I get state medical insurance. My kids get free lunch.
But this is the thing. Even with that last clip, I know I'm pausing a lot, but even with that last clip, people who are working citizens and people who are disabled are the only people who should get government assistance or should get Section 8 and all that. Section 8 is still government assistance, but you should get that. Even if you fall on hard times and stuff like that, you should get it, but it should be always temporary. Government assistance should not be a lifelong thing. It shouldn't be 15 years. 15 years, damn near lifelong, because you could be getting it from when you're from when you're like 15 years old to now you're 30, and now look, you're getting it for almost half your life. Well, more than half your life. People be 60 years old and been getting government assistance since they was 18. And you're not disabled, and you can work. You can do with all this extra stuff. Like, why are you not working? But I don't know, man. It just go put these. I want to put all these people who don't want to work, put them in third world countries. I want to take them over there to Pakistan. I want to take them over there to some parts of Mexico is good, but I want to take them to the bad parts of Mexico. I want to take them to some Eastern European countries. I want to take them over there to certain countries in Africa. I want to take them to certain parts of Brazil. I want to take them to certain parts of certain South American countries. I don't know if it's Peru or some other countries. But I want to take them there. Maybe you appreciate the life that you have here. I want to take you to Sudan. Maybe you appreciate the life that we have here in America. Maybe you don't have to work as many hours as I do. I work 80 hours. You can't do 30 hours a week, 30 hours, and you have a vehicle. You have a 2025 Tahoe. You can't work 30 hours a week and keep your benefits. I don't know, but that's just me.
This thing that's happening, is it true? Like, am I going to have food stamps next month? Are my kids going to be able to eat lunch after Monday? Am I going to get WIC next month? Can I fill my prescriptions next week? Does anyone know what's really going on and like how it's working? Because I know it's supposed to go into effect at like 5 o'clock tonight, but then a judge put the school lunch part off until Monday. But how am I supposed to buy food next month? How am I supposed to buy milk next month? What are my kids going to eat at school and at home? And how am I supposed to pay for my medication? Any answers would be appreciated.
I'll be honest with you, there is no damn way I would get on this internet and tell the world some of the stuff that y'all tell the world. Wench, is you?
So Trump is supposedly changing the requirements to qualify for EBT, Section 8, and welfare. So if you are on these things or trying to get on these things, Trump is requiring you to work at least 30 hours a week to maintain or qualify for these assistances. This is one of those changes that he's making that I don't think I'm upset with, because a lot of people use these assistances as crutches because they know that they can rely on this and don't have to do anything or do the bare minimum. So he's kind of pulling that crutch away from them and taking that dependency away from them. So I don't think I'm mad.
I don't think anybody could be mad with it. Only people who could be mad with it is the people who, like, you getting government assistance, or people who getting government assistance, or somebody who's on hard times right now, but then they don't have no motivation to get out of their situation, but you still want to make an excuse for them. I don't want my mom to stop getting government assistance and all that type of stuff, but your mom is choosing not to work right now. Like, you can't do something just a little bit. Like, you can't do a call center job. You can't go ahead and do you gotta be a CNA. You can't go out here and just take care of old folks. You can't go out here and just deliver food. You can't, what's going on? You don't want to do nothing at all. You don't have no disability. Your mom don't have a disability. Your dad don't have a disability. She don't want to do nothing. Like, okay, then you want her to get government assistance? No, you take care of it. You give her your check. Because I know this girl, my cousin girlfriend, She was on Section 8, and her rent was $5 a month. $5 a month. That is crazy. I would love to have $5 a month rent. I mean, my rent is nothing right now. I love my tiny home. Like, I built it the way I want to build it. But I mean, except these walls and stuff like that, I would rather have drywall walls, but the walls are already up here and all that type of stuff. But I think it's kind of straight though with these. I don't know what these walls, these planks or whatever, but I love these walls, whatever. But your rent's $5, and it been $5 for a year, and you're still in the same situation. No, you don't deserve to stay in that spot. Let somebody else, let some single mom have it. Let a guy have it. Let somebody have it. Cause you don't want to get out of your situation. You don't want to help yourself. My problem is with people who don't want to help themselves. That's what irks me so bad. It's disabled people out here who really help themselves. It's people who out here been on the street and they help themselves. It's people out here who on the street who homeless don't get no who doesn't get any type of veteran benefits. Veterans on the street, homeless people who don't get any Social Security, disabled, disability, who doesn't get any what is it called? Who doesn't get any food stamps or United Healthcare, health card, don't get any of this stuff, any of it. I'm talking about nothing. And they got out of their situation. But you stay in your situation for a year and you can't get out of it? No. Get out. Move out the house. But maybe I'm being insensitive. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Y'all let me know in the comments below. But I don't know. I guess with me, because I'm a hustler, I'm going to get out my situation no matter what. I'm going to figure out some way to get out of it. I don't care what it is unless I'm disabled or something. But I'm going to figure out a situation to get out of it. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all helping me out with following me and subscribing to my YouTube and commenting. I will be doing a lot more of these videos, and I will be including your comment in my next video, which will probably be next week. But I gotta have y'all comment on the video in order for and include y'all comments. You know, other than that, man, I appreciate it, and I'm out.